Welcome back, folks. Today we're diving deep into the Battle of Narvik, an epic showdown that marked Hitler's first setback in World War II. Ready for a gripping tale of strategy, bravery, and unexpected turns? Let's unravel history together. Chapter 1: Prelude to Battle. In the late 1930s, Europe was a tinderbox, ready to ignite. As nations braced themselves, a seemingly quiet corner of the continent, Norway, became a focal point of tension. Why? Deep beneath its icy landscape lay a treasure coveted by all: iron ore. This wasn't just any resource, it was the lifeblood for war machines. With Germany's swift conquests turning neighbors into territories, the strategic importance of Norway, and especially a quaint town named Narvik, grew tenfold. Everyone knew the value of the iron-rich veins flowing from Sweden through Narvik's port. As Hitler's eyes turned north, so did those of the Allies. The stage was set. The peaceful town of Narvik, with its unsuspecting inhabitants, was about to be thrust into the limelight of a global conflict. Chapter 2: The Quiet Town in the Spotlight. Nestled deep within the Arctic Circle, Narvik was a place of tranquil beauty. Majestic fjords hugged the town while snow-capped mountains stood guard. The local folks, accustomed to the serene rhythm of nature, led simple lives, mostly centered around fishing and the iron ore trade. Their conversations were often filled with tales of the seas, the chill of the winters, and the beauty of the midnight sun. However, as whispers of war reached even this remote town, an air of unease started to permeate. Parents hugged their children a little tighter, fishermen cast anxious glances towards the horizon, and the usually lively port began to hum with a different energy. News from southern Europe painted a grim picture, and the townsfolk began preparing, hoping their beloved Narvik would remain untouched. Yet the strategic significance of their home was no longer a well-guarded secret. As the giants of Europe strategized their next moves, the shadow of war began its descent over Narvik. The once hidden gem was now at the center of a looming storm, its fate intricately tied to the larger dance of war. Chapter 3: Operation Weserübung Unleashed. Spring, 1940. In the pre-dawn hours, a fleet of ships silently approached Norway's shores. Their emblem? The dreaded swastika. Hitler had launched Operation Weserübung, a daring mission to swiftly conquer Norway and secure the valuable iron route through Narvik. German boots soon echoed in Narvik's narrow streets as they moved with precision, their eyes cold, their mission clear. But Norway wasn't going to be subdued easily. Defiant citizens and soldiers resisted wherever they could, using their knowledge of the rugged terrain to their advantage. Yet, the Germans, with their superior numbers and firepower, began to tighten their grip on Narvik. Whispers of the invasion spread like wildfire. Families huddled together, uncertainty in their eyes, while defiant youths whispered plans of resistance in hidden corners. The once peaceful town had been transformed overnight. Ships docked, soldiers marched, and amidst it all, the spirit of Narvik flickered, unyielding. This was just the beginning. Unbeknownst to the Germans, the Allies were closely watching, formulating a response. The battle for Narvik was about to escalate, drawing in forces from afar, each determined to control the town's destiny. Chapter 4: Allies to the Rescue. With the Nazi flag flying over Narvik, the winds of war carried news across the waters to Britain and France. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, they devised a bold response. The Allies were coming. A mighty fleet of British and French vessels raced towards Narvik's shores, their decks teeming with soldiers eager to challenge the German occupation. As they neared, the thunder of naval artillery broke the Arctic silence. The once tranquil fjords became arenas of fierce combat, with torpedoes slicing the icy waters and gunfire lighting up the skies. On land, the stakes were even higher. British and French troops, alongside brave Norwegian fighters, launched daring assaults against the entrenched German positions. Snow-covered hills echoed with the clash of arms, while valleys filled with tales of heroism and camaraderie. Each day brought new challenges: muddy trenches, relentless snowstorms, and the ever-present threat of enemy fire. But for every setback, there were stories of hope: a village liberated, a family reunited, or a wounded soldier rescued under fire. Through it all, Narvik's fate hung in the balance. But as the days progressed, a glimmer of hope emerged. The tide was turning, and Narvik's freedom was once again within grasp. Chapter 5: The Mountainous Struggle. Mountains around Narvik were not just the guardians of its beauty, but also the battlegrounds where destinies would be forged. The German troops, though formidable, were unaccustomed to warfare in such treacherous terrains. The Allies and the Norwegian forces, on the other hand, used the peaks and valleys to their advantage. Each ridge became a strategic point, each pass a potential ambush site. The snow, which once painted a picture of serenity, now bore witness to tireless footprints of soldiers and the red stain of conflict. But amid the blizzards and bullets, the indomitable spirit of the defenders shone through. Mountain caves turned into makeshift shelters, and old hunting paths became secret routes for surprise assaults. There were moments of intense drama, soldiers shielding comrades from avalanches, unlikely friendships forged in the heat of battle, and breathtaking rescues under the northern lights. And then, in one resounding push, the Allies, backed by local knowledge and sheer determination, managed to drive the German forces out of their mountain strongholds. Narvik was once again free, its flag flying high against the backdrop of those same mountains that played a pivotal role in its liberation. The town had endured, its spirit unbroken. Chapter 6. The Human Cost. Amidst the echoes of battle cries and strategic maneuvers, the true heroes often remained unsung, the ordinary people of Narvik. Their once serene town had been transformed into a battlefield, and every street, home, and corner bore the scars of war. The Johansson family, whose eldest son had joined the resistance, huddled in their basement, listening to the distant gunfire, praying for his safe return. Little Elsa, just 7, made it her daily task to gather wild berries, contributing to the scanty meals they now had. Old Mr. Anderson, a retired fisherman, helped evacuate families to safer areas, his old boat now a vessel of hope. Stories of resilience emerged from every corner. Young couples danced to gramophone tunes during rare moments of calm, seeking a semblance of normalcy. Communities came together, sharing scarce resources and providing solace in shared grief. As the dust settled, the true cost of freedom was evident. Homes lay shattered, families were torn apart, but the spirit of Narvik stood resilient. Amidst the rubble, they found strength and unity, rebuilding their town and their lives, brick by brick, memory by memory. Chapter 7. A Fleeting Victory. The reclaimed streets of Narvik resonated with songs of freedom and heartfelt reunions. Children with their innocent eyes played amidst the ruins, while adults whispered tales of heroism and sacrifice. The town, though scarred, stood as a beacon of Allied resilience. Yet, the broader tapestry of war was complex. Beyond Narvik's borders, the war raged on, with Germany's relentless march casting a dark shadow over Europe. The Allies faced tough decisions, and strategic needs began to outweigh localized victories. Soon, the hard truth emerged. Narvik, though liberated, could not be held indefinitely. The Allied forces, faced with greater challenges, had to make the painful decision to withdraw. The heart-wrenching sight of their ships sailing away left an indelible mark on Narvik's people. But Narvik's legacy was already etched in history. It was the town that resisted, the first to give Hitler a taste of defeat. And though the tides of war would ebb and flow, Narvik's spirit served as a powerful reminder. Even in the darkest times, resistance and hope can ignite the most profound victories. Thanks for diving into the history of Narvik with us. If you found this journey intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating stories. Remember, history is not just in the past, it shapes our future. Stay curious and see you in the next video.